Okay, guys. So, quick review of what you've been doing is we've been converting, we've been converting from a large unit of capacity into a small unit of capacity. And we said that when you do that, you multiply. So, just a quick review. So, if I want to turn 3 cups into an ounce, okay, so a cup is a larger unit of capacity compared to a fluid ounce. Sorry, I mistyped that. So since a cup is a larger unit of capacity and I'm asked to convert it to a smaller unit of capacity, I'm going to multiply. So first, you have to know your basic fact. You have to remember that. So 3 cups times 8 is 24 fluid ounces. So 24 fluid ounces is exactly the same as 3 cups. So remember, I was asked to convert to a large unit of capacity into a fluid ounce. They're exactly the same, but when you're asked to convert again from a large unit to a smaller unit, then you multiply. Okay, so one more example before we continue. Okay, so let's say Grandma, I don't know, Maria, went to buy 3 gallons of milk. Okay, so gallon, and he said, you know what, I'm going to divide this to my 13 or however many grandchildren I have, so I can give them a quart each. So she has a large unit of capacity and she wants to convert it into quarts so she can give it away. So I'm going to multiply my 3 gallons, again, my basic fact, my 3 gallons times 4 is 12 quarts. So from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. So her 3 gallons, now she can give it away to 12 of her grandchildren because now she replaced the container into smaller units. Okay. So um, so today we're going to see how we can convert into smaller unit into a large unit of capacity. So now it's telling me to convert, okay? So if you see here, a cup is smaller than a pint, right? So my cup is smaller than a pint. So it's asking me to convert from a smaller unit of capacity into a larger unit of capacity. So I'm starting off with 12 cups. So obviously, you're going to have to learn again and again and again. I tell you, you have to know your basic fact conversions because that is the key to conversion. Because how will you know how many cups there are in a pint if you didn't memorize this? So just like your multiplication fact, you have to know your basic facts in conversion. So if I have 12 cups and I want to put it into pints, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide. Okay. So if I have 12 cups and I want to convert it into pints, I know that 1 pint is the same as 2 cups. Okay. So if I have 2 cups, that means I can fill up 1 pint. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide. So if I have 12 cups, I want to put it in pints, I'm going to divide it by 2 because I know that 2 cups is equivalent to 1 pint. So obviously, if you divide 12 divided by 2, you get 6. So I will have 6 pints. 12 cups is exactly the same as 6 pints. So if I want to check my answer, 6 times 2 is 12. Okay. So now here I'm asked to convert from pints to quarts. Now you know that a pint is smaller than a quart. So you are converting from a smaller unit of capacity to a large unit of capacity. So now again, we're going to know our basic fact that 2 pints is exactly the same as 1 quart. So I'm going to divide, if I have 4 pints and I want to put it into quarts, I'm going to divide it by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 quarts. So how do I check that? So if I want to check my answer, I know that 2 times 2 is equivalent to 4. All right, so now I'm asked to convert from a quart to a gallon. Now you know that the gallon, quart into gallon, smaller unit of capacity, larger unit of capacity. So I'm going to divide. So 8. So I know my basic fact, 4 quarts is equivalent to 1 gallon. So I'm going to divide 8 divided by 4 is 2. So if I want to check my answer, 2 gallons, 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? So remember, I'm going to erase this. So here is what you need to remember. Okay? If I'll give you time, if you want to copy this, okay, you may. So see, um, from a large unit down to a smaller unit, you multiply. From a smaller unit to a larger unit, you divide. So this is your measurement conversion rule. So just really quickly, we will see, we will practice this. So I just wrote down my basic facts again. I didn't write all of them, but this is what we're going to be using. So, sorry. Here we go. Okay. All right. So here we go. So let's look at this. Cups into fluid ounces. Ooh, I know that a cup is large, is smaller. Or I mean, is larger. It's a larger unit of capacity compared to fluid ounce. So my basic fact is right there. So larger to smaller unit, that means I'm going to multiply. So 6 times 8 is 48. Okay. Now here, 16 fluid ounces to cups. I know that a fluid ounce is smaller than a cup. So what did we say? Smaller to larger unit, you divide. So I'm going to divide 16 divided by 8 is 2 cups. So I know that if I have 16 fluid ounces and I want to put it into cups, I need 2 cups. Okay. So here's the next one. 8 pints into quarts. So I know that a pint is smaller than a quart. So I'm going to divide. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. So the next one, 5 quarts into pints. Ooh, a quart is larger unit of capacity compared to pint. So I am going to multiply. So 5 quarts times 2 is 10 pints. Okay. So if I have 5 quarts and I want to transfer it into smaller containers, which in this case is a pint, you are going to multiply. So 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so here again is what I want you to remember or copy if you need to do that. Oh, I forgot to erase. There you go. So you need to remember that if you are converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. From a smaller unit to a larger unit, you divide. Okay, guys? And you guys already know that because I had that lesson before where if it says three and a half, you always convert your whole first and then you do your half after. Okay? So today we're gonna have a Zoom meeting at 10:30 a.m. for our history. So I want you to take your notes with you if you took notes with my progressive era lessons so that we can discuss and I will talk about another issue so that we can continue our lesson. I can't wait to see you guys. I will have some rules when we have our Zoom meeting today. Okay? Bye, guys.